Squad Busters is a brand new Supercell game, and in this video I'm going to talk about the most common issue new players have: fusions. Now let's take a step back here. Fusions are a feature in Squad Busters where 3 of the same troops merge into one. Now this has a lot of good parts to it, like how the fusion troop merges at full health, you gain a much stronger character, and most notably it is counted as one troop again, lowering the chest cost by 1 member from what it was. This is actually where the issue comes from. But to understand why lower chest price is sometimes an issue, we have to first understand a thing called chest economy. Every battle chest in Squad Busters has a cost, whether you use a key, bust someone for a key, or have infinite gold. Knowing what the best way to minimize cost and maximize your damage output is precisely what chest economy is about. It's actually a concept very similar to real life, minus the damage and dancing mobile game characters. Now let's start with knowing the costs. The first chest always costs 3 gold, because your starter is free. Now already, we can use chest economy to decide what the best way to get the gold efficiently is. Goblin is definitely an awesome opening troop, as it actually has the 5th highest damage in the desert world, sitting on 170, and more importantly, it can net you 6 coins at classic level as soon as you select it. However, there's no way to guarantee that you get goblins every time so far, so I would recommend Greg as a good backup only if there's trees very close by. These 2 picks are great at guaranteeing near instant coins, but sometimes you may spawn near other squads, making it more viable to pick up a damage dealer like Colt off the rip to take out some robots and boxes for your second chest, as you know that you'll have a higher chance at taking out the nearby team and securing yourself more coins for your chests. Making a decision between a damage dealer and a resource gatherer off spawn is the perfect example of chest economy coming into play. We can see that in this match I picked Colt because I knew that the modifier was Loot Goblin Rush, and that Colt is able to track loot goblins really well. This decision pays off in the first 5 seconds of the match where I already had 3 coins. But chest economy isn't just about picking the right troop, it's also about when to pick them. As your chest cost increases, the resource gatherers will become less and less likely to help in a major way, as when you have 9 or more squad members, a goblin's 6 coins doesn't even break 15% of the 50 coin cost for a chest. Chest economy tells us that in this scenario we would need to pick a troop that would help secure a kill, which is what this neither did for me in the same game, pushing me over the 30 coin mark for another chest. So now you're caught up to speed on how helpful a good knowledge of chest economy is, it's time to talk about what fusions do for it. Now it's no secret that having a lower chest price gives you more opportunities to open chests, but this also indicates that you're low in numbers. As I mentioned in my video on my new favourite strategy, which is definitely worth a watch after this one, your troops are slowed down after they take a hit. This makes it easier for aggressive squads to bust other squads, considering how hard it can be to secure a bust sometimes. Being low in numbers means that a higher percentage of your troops will be slowed, making it way harder for those troops to disengage from battle and way more susceptible to being busted. This is combined with the fact that you can lose your gems from losing a troop, not just when your whole squad is gone. So having your gems spread between less troops means you're more likely to lose a higher percentage of gems than a team with higher numbers. Now confusingly enough, that doesn't mean we can just leave fusions alone. A good player knows that fusions are best when you're already sitting on a high number of troops, and you already have enough to get more as soon as you fuse, because you gain strength and keep your numbers the same. But what distinguishes a chest economy normie from a pro is forward thinking. Knowing that that fusion you picked was an aggressive troop gives you an opportunity to pick up an extra bust, which not only gives you a key to get a no coin troop, but also enough coins to secure a second troop all in one move. That could set you up all the way through to the final stretch, and let you hold mid assertively. Speaking of holding mid assertively, let me know if you guys want a video on knowing when to engage in fights, stand your ground, or run out of there, because picking your fights ties in really nicely with chest economy. So by this point you're probably wondering why fusions are such an issue, and it's not just you. I realize that people are so hyper focused on getting that chest price all the way down, they forget that having low numbers makes it really hard to leave fights you picked, and that having 3 fusion troops is nowhere near as worrying as a whole bunch of varied troops that fill your attack circle. Making sure that you get the right balance of fusions, support, and squad numbers are all key parts of why chest economy requires balance. Hopefully this video taught you a thing or two about chest economy, or Squad Busters as a whole, and let me know by leaving a like and maybe dropping a comment below. I just got a code that you'll be able to use for the first month after global release. But once again, if you can't play yet, I'll see you on May 29th.
Better watch out cause the boys back in town, swerving on the block and we come back around, talking all the shit cause the boy he a clown, gotta keep my money up and leave my ups down. Why you still talking, why you still watching, oh you just mad cause the pops been 10k shopping, bitch stop calling, shawty throw bad, yeah.